y'all look up to. All these men, the FBA movement, it's no different than the KKK.
So Tasha K got in her feelings because supposedly someone referred to her husband as an African booty scratcher and thought it would be appropriate to come online and refer to foundational Black Americans as equivalent to the KKK. Let's get into it. For whatever reason, it seems like people just have a bug up their ass about foundational Black Americans and think that it's okay to come online and talk about us any old kind of way. Tasha K is the most recent example of this. She gave some cockamamie, ridiculous ass excuse that she equated foundational Black Americans to the Ku Klux Klan because one person called her husband an African booty scratcher. I don't even believe that, to tell you the truth. And if that were the case, okay, so that's one person. That gives you the wherewithal and the okay to go and denigrate an entire lineage of people. People gotta start thinking before they speak. Tasha K is not known for her intellectualism, and I'm starting to understand why. When did foundational Black Americans burn crosses on people's lawns, racially terrorized them, hung and castrated them? When have foundational Black Americans done that? I think on a basic level, people who have a platform that is far-reaching need to understand what they are saying when they are saying it. Oh, and better yet, how about you think before you speak? But that's too much like doing right and being a mature adult. So Tasha K used this excuse to come online and let us FBAs and men know how she really feels about us. Check this out.
Here's what I think about the FBA movement and any other movement that has to do with young Pharaoh, Brother Polite, Dr. Umar Johnson, all of these movements that y'all look up to, all these men, okay, that I guess guide you to help elevate your consciousness.
Did y'all catch that? These men, why y'all listening to all these men about elevating your consciousness? See, if your consciousness is elevated, then you're not gonna listen to that bullshit she talks about on her show. See, men represent order and structure. And when there is order and structure, chaos ceases to exist. Tasha K's show is chaos. I want to make sure everybody caught that. Also, she mentioned Umar Johnson, Young Pharaoh, and Brother Polite. Huh? What do those guys have to do with FBA lineage whatsoever? I've never heard any one of those guys really speak on FBA lineage. Correct me if I'm wrong. And not even realizing that foundational Black American lineage doesn't have to do with consciousness whatsoever. She just hears people having elevated conversations and thinks that they're all in the same bucket. But here's Tasha K making the breathtakingly ignorant assertion that foundational Black Americans and the Ku Klux Klan are the same thing.
Here's what I would say about the FBA movement. It's no different than the KKK. Meant to divide, meant to separate you, to isolate you, to have you looking at other races that look like you and hating them for no reason. That is the same foundation and principles that the Ku Klux Klan build themselves on, which is protecting their whiteness, their pureness. Not knowing that they are not pure, it's a lie.
This woman doesn't even know the difference between race and ethnicity. How is identifying a specific lineage and rallying around that akin to racial terrorism, which is what the Ku Klux Klan has actually done? How is that talking about hating other races of Black people? That doesn't even make logical sense. When have foundational Black Americans formed lynch mobs, chased people down and beaten them to death, passed racialized legislation to disenfranchise people, or bombed churches? When have foundational Black Americans done that? If you cannot cite any such actions coming from said group, then shut the fuck up. Because at the end of the day, this is exactly what the oppressor wants you to do. Talk stupid against another group and cause division, while you're whining about foundational Black Americans causing division because one person called your husband an African booty scratcher. Get the entire out of here.
And I don't get involved in these types of conversations because it's ridiculous. And it's very unintelligent to talk about. That I would deny my own children, my own grandfather, my own mother, just to protect what? A movement?
Who told this woman to abandon her grandfather and her kids? What is this woman talking about? Then she says that she doesn't even talk about these things because it's ridiculous. You should have said that you don't talk about these things because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And when you are out of your depth, you should be quiet. Stay in your lane. People think that they're editorial writers or journalists, but pouring syrup on shit don't make it pancakes. You do gossip talk. So sit your ass over there with Shade Room and Baller Alert and all your other contemporaries. Because when you try to mesh with the larger intellects, you make a goddamn fool of yourself. This is a mess. And she said some other things that I'm not even sure. You know, sometimes people say things that are off code, but Tasha K went a little extra on this one. And it feels like the truth just kind of came out. It sounds like she's one of those people like David Alayowo and Godfrey that when they get around other people of their same ethnicity, they start talking shit about Black Americans. They cool while they're around us. You understand? But when they get among each other, oh, those stupid niggas. That's how she sings. That's what it sounds like, because the next part, she said something that was really sideways, and a lot of people are leaving out this particular clip, but this was the most telling one to me, talking about how we sit around in our bonnets and we're like Chicago crime gangs. And she sounded like somebody from the alt-right. Tasha K sound like Nick Fuentes.
Y'all don't put food on my plate? Y'all don't pay none of my bills? Y'all sitting in living rooms with bonnets on, causing division because you angry, trying to be accepted, no different than a gang on gang crime when you got them little boys in Chicago or any other city taking each other out.
It's a little longer than this, but y'all can go check out the whole clip for yourself. Tasha K sound like Nick Fuentes. It make her sound like one of these uppity people from outside the diaspora that come to the United States with this attitude against foundational Black America. People think I'm African because my name African. My daddy's from Africa, but my daddy ain't no tether. My daddy ain't no coon. I've never been to Africa. I don't speak the languages. I was born and raised here. My mama's side of the family is full-blood foundational Black American. And you say something about them, I got a problem with your ass. Because they are me and I am them. And we would never fix our mouths to say that about another group of Black people because someone calls somebody a name on the internet. You are a gossip columnist. Why are you trying to talk about politically adjacent things? The stupidity is mind-numbing. The Ku Klux Klan is a terrorist group, a white supremacist terrorist group. And that's who you want to compare other Black people to? That's why they blasted your ass in the comments. The comments did not come to play. FBA is a lineage, not a movement. Delineation is here to stay. All y'all gotta do is go back to your country. Damn, we don't give a F about how you feel. Tasha K. A lineage is not the same as a group or a movement, SMH. Is she a tether? She is not smart enough to have this conversation. Ha! She got paid to say this. Way above your pay grade. Stick to gossip. Damn! So holla at me in the comments, man. What do y'all think of Tasha K's comments? And broadly speaking, how do you think people are going to receive them? I'm not gonna lie, this ain't it. And it looks bad. You can't come over here as a guest from a foreign country and talk down on the people of said country and expect there not to be consequences. From my vantage point, this is gonna leave a mark. That's what I think. Make sure that y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you get a notification when we upload a new video or go live. Major Gauge Podcast, we lit. All right. Major Gauge Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe.